what is a blessing? Let's say that we worship Buddha Shakyamuni, we pray, we do that. Every time we make offerings to Buddha Shakyamuni, we see Shakyamuni, we bow. We collect the body, we collect the merit of body. Every time we see Shakyamuni and we say, I take refuge in Buddha, we collect the merit of the speech. Every time I see Buddha Shakyamuni, I think, may I become just like you, compassionate, forgiving, kind, and have the ability to benefit others tremendously. I collect the merit of the mind. So I plant seeds, bakcha, body, speech, and mind. And I do that every day. So this bakcha, or this merit, increases. You guys understand? It increases. So that is why it's very good to put stupas outside, put statues outside. Why? Animals will walk near it. Animals will see it, they'll be blessed, they'll plant seeds. Based on what? The animal or the object? Correct. That's why the statue is as big as possible. It's even better because more people see it. That's why Buddhists clamor to sponsor holy items. That's the reason. Now do you guys understand a little bit why we keep altars? Then on the altar should be a Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. The Dharma can be any Dharma text. Or represent on my altar, I don't put a Dharma text because it doesn't look aesthetically beautiful. I like aesthetics. So I keep a little, we make it at vajrasecrets.com, the best website in the world. They have the little Vajra speech thingy with a lot of mantras. Yeah. What's it called?
Buddha speech.
Yes, Buddha speech. You get it from Vajra, VAJRASECRETS.com. It's the best Dharma website in the world. The best. You click on it, it's already a blessing. Okay, I take that back, that's too much. And then you put the Dharma, the representative Buddha's speech. Then you put the mind of Buddha's stupa. So on your altar, you should have body, speech, and mind. Sometimes you can put the whole thing inside the statue also. It's okay, you can just have the statue if you like simple. So why every time you make offerings, incense, you're collecting the merits of body, speech, and mind of Buddha to attain their body, speech, and mind. Does everybody understand? Now every time you do that, you plant seeds. And let's say you die. The next life you do it, let's say you die. And then the next life after that, you don't eat the Dharma, and you're doing something else. Maybe you're in Nepal, you're a translator, and you wear glasses. And then the next life after that, you don't eat the Dharma. Let's say 8, 10, 12 lives later, you're born in a place, for example, maybe where there are beautiful, holy nuns. Nuns who meditate, nuns who practice, like this nun you read about, Zina Rachevsky. And you go up to the nun, and you offer some water to the nun. Maybe you sponsor the nun. Every month, I'm going to give you $50 US. Whatever practice you do, may I claim some merit because I'm supporting a nun. Maybe you give food to the nun. Maybe you provide the nun with robes. Maybe you provide the nun with Dharma text. Or maybe you build a house for the nun. Depends on your finances and your connection. Maybe you say, I pay for electricity for the nun every month. Maybe you say, oh, I'm going to make sure this nun, I'm going to cook for the nun. Oh, even better, I'm going to give up my worldly life. I'm going to go serve the nun. Whatever you like. Okay? That's why in Tibet people serve lamas. They're gurus for that reason. Now let's say that when you go and meet the nun, maybe the nun is going circumambulation, a very high nun, and she has a lot of attainment, she has bodhicitta, and she's going for circumambulation. Maybe you walk up to her and you ask her for a blessing, and she gives you a hand blessing. She does this. We call it Tibet chapwan. Because of the power of her prayer and meditation and your pure intention, this one connect, you receive a blessing. This blessing opens the seeds from your previous life of making offerings to the Buddha. From that opening up, you start saying, oh, Maybe I did that to my friends, I regret it. When you open up the merits you collected from associating with the Buddha, making offerings with the Buddha, studying the Buddha's teachings, meditating on the Buddha, you would sponsor the Buddha Dharma in your previous lives. When the nun blesses you, that seed that was planted, that bakcha, opens. When that seed opens, you think, oh, you have a change of thought. Maybe some of the negative things you did, you regret. And then you change. Maybe because of that, you yourself go and become a monk. Maybe because of that, you had some anger and you let go. Maybe because of that merit opens up, you feel very happy and inspired. You go read more Dharma books. That helps you to study Dharma more and more. Eventually you go and meditate and become enlightened. Maybe that nun blessing you says, oh, you open up and then you read something about killing animals and the harm, and then you become vegetarian. So what is a blessing? A blessing is when something holy comes in contact with you and it opens up a previous imprint that's meritorious and changes your thoughts. That's a blessing. When it changes your thoughts, it is a blessing. That is why in very Buddhist countries, they always go to meet the old monks and the old nuns and the high lamas to hope they will touch them, or they hope they can get a cloth from the high lama, or they can get some blessing food, or some seeds, or some grains, or some water. Because when they drink it, they want to open up the imprint that they will overcome their obstacle to do Dharma. That is a blessing. So that can happen when you meet a holy nun, a holy monk. That can happen when you see a very old Buddha statue that's very blessed, like a statue that was kept by Lama Tsongkhapa. Wow. Sometimes a statue kept by Lama Tsongkhapa, it's in the monastery, right? They say this one used to be Tsongkhapa's personal statue. Used to be Pabongka Rinpoche's personal statue. Used to be Khyentse Trungpa Rinpoche's personal statue. Used to be Khyentse Soren Rinpoche's personal statue. And Soren Rinpoche, and Trungpa Rinpoche, Pabongka Rinpoche, Lama Tsongkhapa kept these statues their whole life, meditated on bodhicitta, made offerings, generated love, generated compassion, did millions of mantras, and blessed these statues. So these statues are very empowered. And then they take that statue and put it on Cindy, and she becomes Dada. Okay, you become Cindy. That's how you open it. So you take one of these statues and you place it on their head, and some of your previous karma that you collected that's good opens. And then pushes you to a next level of study, practice, or commitment. And then because of that, you change. That is a blessing. If you go to the monastery, if you go to Ganden Monastery for food, to get guyu, money. If you come to Gechara for food, for entertainment, for a job, there's no blessing. There's no blessing. Why? A blessing is not where you are, it's your motivation. If I go to Ganden Monastery so I can sit on a big throne, people take pictures of me, they say, oh, he's a big lama. That's not Dharma. So when I go Ganden, I won't get a blessing. I collect more negative karma because I use the Sangha for something bad. If I go to Ganden to make offerings to the monks, especially the old monks, and to collect merit food, clothes, robes, statues, may I gain bodhicitta, may I be a pure monk like you, may I hold my vows, may I which is simtuous. If I can hold my vows very well, just like you, then I collect a great amount of merit. And then the previous life imprints I have open up to bless me to be a good monk. Same thing but if I go to Shaganden to eat, to get food, oh, I'm poor, I just go there because I have nowhere. Then when I'm older, I just go bye-bye. Nothing. That's what Khyentse Saranji used to say last time. Why? Example, the dogs go to Ganden, nothing happened. Many dogs go to Ganden. In Ganden, there are hundreds of dogs running around. Birds, poro. They don't become enlightened. So what's the difference? Poro kansa is. Poro is black crow, is kansa, is a sentient being. A dog is a sentient being, a human sentient being. So if you go to Ganden for food, then you just get food like animal. Same thing. That's why when you take things from Dharma institutions, it's very negative karma. Why is it very negative karma? Because it's donated by people who have faith, who are sick, who are old, who have died, who have suffered, who have faith, who have tremendous amount of generosity, and they donate, so you use this for something positive. So in the temple, if you use the money and donations, facilities for something positive, and you keep the facilities clean and neat and maintained, then the sponsor will be happy, the sponsor will collect merit, you will also collect merit, and you also will not collect demerit. Because why? If the sponsor offers you things, you don't keep it well, you damage it, you throw it out, never mind, I can get a new sponsor, never mind, I can get a new sponsor. You're not Dharma. That's wrong motivation. Everything must be kept clean and neat because people donate to you from faith. Faith. So therefore, a blessing can come from a monastery. A blessing can come from monks and nuns. A blessing can come from a bodhisattva, from a statue, from a stupa. It can come from a relic. It can come from a mala. It can come from thinking about the Buddha and meditating. It can come from doing certain prayers. It can come from doing certain mantras. Many ways to open up Vacha, the imprint. So when you meet something holy, and it opens up something in you that changes you or helps you to change to become better for yourself and others, that is a blessing.